Admitting everybody. Let's see. John, do you have anything that you want to start sharing on your side of PowerPoint or anything?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. I'm gonna unlock it and let me know if my words get choppy or anything like that, and I can jump on my connect my phone to audio.
Absolutely. Sure.
All right. So you can go ahead and start trying to share. Give me a second. There we go.
Okay. Hopefully you're seeing my screen now.
Oh, you know what? I'm so special. Let me stop sharing. Let's see. Okay, it's starting to share something.
Yeah, we're seeing
All
it.
right, so I see I see your view. Like the presenter view.
Right. You're seeing the Tower Bridge. It's a picture of London.
Yes. But I could see your slides on the side.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, huh? Because I have
This
started.
happened on the last, let's see.
Yeah,
Am I
because
the only one?
it's. Yeah.
This
Let me
happened on the last recording as well. I wonder if something.
Click the box, John, that says use presenter view.
I'm not even seeing them.
It's just above second to last from your right.
Yeah, I'm not even getting that.
Okay, maybe your Zoom bar is in the way. It says
It must be.
automatic. It's right below your picture.
Nope. Okay. Hang on. Let me get out of this then.
Thank you, Miss Raquel.
Stop sharing. Thank you, Raquel. I got too many screens open. Come on, close down. There we go. Okay. So. Okay. Okay, so if I do this, start the slideshow. Oh, but I'm still not sharing. Oh, come on.
Not yet.
Not yet. Hang on. No. It's not. Come on. Close up. All right, let me do this. Try this. It still moves it to a different screen on me. Shit. Shoot.
I'm sorry. So when you press shared and you find your file, is it maybe does it say like Chrome tab? Like, 'cause sometimes my stuff hides between the tabs. But okay, starting to share.
Okay.
Okay. And then
but it's not letting me open it. Or you're still seeing the slides on the bar now?
I see the slides in the bar, but I think if you put it in presenter mode, like Miss Raquel was saying, so press from the beginning. I don't even see that anymore. Oh, it's right here. I see it right there in front. So your picture on the screen, if you just kind of hover over your picture, if you go up, is your Zoom bar in the way, John? Maybe take it and drag it out of the way.
No, it's I completely lost it on another screen. The whole.
John, you see where the help is at the top, just below the help. Click on that box that says use presenter.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's weird. I've never had to do this before.
This is the second time it has happened. Maybe something is going on with Zoom, but
and then start from the beginning.
No, that's if you're still seeing the slides, that's the best I'm going to do because it's still.
No, that's fine. Can you make it bigger? Maybe like over to at the bottom right. It's the percentages at 100%. Maybe make it bigger and then make the slides smaller. Oh no, it won't.
No, it won't. Okay. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Let's get out of here. Come on.
John, click on view at the top. When you go back in, click on view right beside the help.
No, I don't know what's happening here. My, there we go. Okay.
Sometimes Zoom be acting up.
This is the second time. The last person that we had, they had the same exact issue, and they had to present in regular mode, in presenter mode, because
Maybe if I move this down here, let me put it on my main screen. Exciting. We're live streaming, are we? And the problems with technology, right? Okay. Okay, what are you seeing now?
I just see your name. I don't. It's not sharing just yet.
No.
It's okay. We can when you share whatever you share, we can just keep that.
Yeah, that's the best I'm going to do today. I'm in presenter mode, starting from the beginning.
John, just try this one last thing. Go to view, right beside the help. Click on that.
Yep.
Switch windows.
I've been switching windows. That's
Okay.
that's the first thing I did. Problem is when I start the recording, start from the beginning, the PowerPoint takes over my secondary screen. So I've actually got my PowerPoint on 3 different screens now.
What about fit to window?
Normal slide, outline view. No, it's all the same.
Yeah. We'll just go with this one.
Okay, we'll just go with it. Hey.
Right.
Okay, we'll just go with it. Okay.
Start recording. All right, we're recording. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for attending another amazing webinar. Today we have John McGonigal, and he is our BDM for ALG, which is inside of VAX. So John, the floor is all yours. You can take it away. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate the opportunity to bring everybody up to date on this. And Raquel, thank you for your technical support as well too. Let me just clarify something for myself from the start. We're not inside VAX, we are over VAX. VAX is inside us. That's all right. That's all right. But it's one of the things we are confusing. We're a multi-legged octopus. So we are a lot of things to a lot of different people. So most people, as you all know, you signed in initially as VAX, or if you've used Universal or SeaWorld bookings on the VAX booking platform. But again, think of VAX solely as a shopping mall, a physical shopping mall. But we own ALG Vacations owns, so I guess in this analogy, we are in VAX in that way. So I have to stop using my analogy. We are the 6 anchor stores in the VAX mall, but we created the VAX mall. So it's our technology that pulled that all together for us. All right, there we go. We have been for 2 years now, a member of the world of Hyatt. We are owned by Hyatt, so I'm technically a Hyatt employee. But what that affects for you is not really much. It just gives you sort of the vertical integration that what ALG Vacations is all about. So you're mostly booking as an ensemble agency, member agency. Mommy and We Travels, primarily you're booking Apple Vacations, so thank you very much for that, and Travel Impressions. Those are the 2 preferred brands. The only difference really between the brands, because there's really no product difference when you're in the VAX booking platform, it's all the same product, same hotel, same GDS and air systems, and now the NDC fares that we pull from American and United, and soon to be Delta as well too. The only difference is really commission. So the best commission you're going to get is Apple Vacations and Travel Impressions. Most importantly for you guys, since you've done the training with us previously, Apple Vacations. So you ideally don't want to be selling FunJet or Southwest or Blue Sky United simply because you're going to get lower commission. They're mostly like the analogy I'll use of, I don't know if you've ever heard of the corporation Procter & Gamble. They make a lot of things, but they make toothpaste, and they make it in a lot of different brands: Colgate, Crest, AIM, things of that nature. That's all a Procter and Gamble product, but it's all toothpaste. Same here with ALG Vacations, all of different brands. It's still travel. So any way that you do it, right? So think of the brands as the beach chairs on the beach. ALG Vacations is that thatched umbrella above those brands, and the palm tree up above it is Hyatt. So that's how we all work together. We have our own resorts, formerly called AM Resorts. They're now the Inclusive Collection by Hyatt. or Hyatt Inclusive Collection. You'll see it a number of different ways there on that. The brands are still the same: Secrets, Dreams, Breathless, although there's been some new, since I think the last time we met, Impression by Secrets, that's there as well too, and a few more developments as they build these products up around the world. Some of the highest rated properties now, certainly in Mexico: Secrets Isla Mujeres, or Impression Isla Mujeres, was voted the #1 Instagrammable resort in all of the world in recent polling through those that do the sort of Instagramming and influencer route, per se. We own our own destination management company, Amstar DMC, Destination Management Company. So those are the folks that will meet your guests when they arrive in destination and wave them goodbye. That is in Mexico, Caribbean, South America, and in Hawaii as WorldStar, which is a subsidiary company of Amstar's as well too. Tricep Solutions. So if I pick up the phone and call you, you probably won't see my name. You'll see a 508 number that says Tricep Solutions. Well, who's calling me? Well, that's the technology team, and all of our telephony and computer systems run through Tricep Solutions, who created the VAX platform. What I wanted to share with you today was just some of the new things, or kind of remind you of some of the ways to kind of why choose to work with a supplier in general, or hopefully Apple Vacations and Travel Impressions as your preferred ensemble brands. It's our exclusive perks. So this is what sets us apart from going to any hotel, including a Hyatt Inclusive Collection, and booking direct. Or why does a client need you? Well, you and working with us, we can get your customers these exclusive perks, whether it's champagne and breakfast brought to their room in the morning, or spa discounts, or a number of other things, including upgrading from a shared transfer to a what we call a direct transfer, where they're the last people to get on the bus at the airport and the last people to be picked up in the morning, so they're not going through multiple stops. Or in some cases, with some specials and promotions that we have with our high inclusive properties, as well as our other partners like Ryu or Iberostar, you may actually have an upgrade to a private transfer waiting for your guests. So it's a minimum of 4 night stay, and you find all of this online through our platform. One of the other reasons to suggest clients work with you to work with us is that we offer low deposits pretty much anywhere in the world they go. So many cases, with the exception of Southwest Vacations. So this is one of the reasons that you want to book Southwest Air for a customer on Apple Vacations or Travel Impressions, is the fact that they're going to get a better deposit requirement. They're not going to have to pay the airfare all in full, as if you book something on Southwest Vacations, just like you book any other airfare as a customer would online, or if you would do it yourself, you're generally buying the entire air right up front along with a deposit for the hotel. But we've got anywhere from $50 per person on a land-only booking. There are certain requirements that's to be made 46 days plus. And then $250, $350. And that's all the customers have to pay until final payment, be that at 45 days or 60 days. The booking platform will let you know specifically what the final payment date is once you're making the booking. We also do price matching. So this is something really that you want to focus. If a customer ever comes to you and say, well, I found it online. Yes, fine, you did, but we can price match it. And I would say 99.5% of the times we're able to match it. There may be the offshoot occasion that an OTA, an online travel agency, which is your worst enemy because it's taking business away from you, the travel advisors. So we give you the ability to kind of match the price for the guest, as long as it's a new booking on the same day. So it can't be the fact that I saw this on TripAdvisor on Saturday and they've called you on a Wednesday. Can you match the price? No, because that price is probably different on TripAdvisor anyway, because these things change almost minute to minute in many cases, especially if you're looking at airfares and things like that. But there's a way to process through the system. And the best way to reach us, and this is where I mean outside of VAX, is that we've actually created a new dedicated agent-only website, algvacations.com. You can simply Google this, algvacations.com. It's going to give you the opportunity to work in the VAX booking platform. It's still VAX, but since we created VAX, they're kind of like our child. And our child VAX has grown up. They've got their own relationships. They like to do things their own way. And we at mom and dad here, we like at ALG Vacations, want to kind of do our own thing. We want to dress a little different than, the old Christmas pictures with everybody wearing the same outfit or the same pajamas, if you get my drift, right? So we've created this new resource that you can simply go online, just as you do for VAX, bookmark this page. This is going to be the landing page. You'll see ALG Vacations. Up at the top, you'll see log in. It says log out there because that was the screenshot that I took when I was already logged in. But once you're logged into this, you can freely move between VAX itself.
Sorry, John, we're not seeing that part of the screen yet.
Really?
You probably
no.
have to click on that slide.
Oh gosh, no, I've already been there. Are you still seeing the slides on the side?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's the problem. So for whatever reason, the full screen version of this is not actually sharing with you. So I don't know whether that's a Zoom thing or a me situation. So
yeah, so you have to change it on the slides each side.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm obviously now a few slides behind myself. I think this did happen on the last time. Come on. Okay. Well, bear with me here. Okay. Okay. Am I sharing with you or not? Are you seeing anything on your screen?
Yes, we're seeing click to contact.
Okay, so let me go back to this one. So it's weird for whatever reason. The presenter mode's not letting me. Current slide.
I think it may be an issue with the PowerPoint software, because this isn't the first time. Like, this is the second time within the week we've had the same exact issue.
Okay, what are you seeing on your screen now?
ALG Vacations, top benefits.
Okay, good. Okay. All right, so it wasn't going from the beginning, or I had to move it from the current slide. So that is unusual because I do these regularly daily. So this is the first time I've had this, or in a long time, this issue. Okay, so we'll move to the next one, the next slide. Come on. No, still not working very well. Okay, so this is the ALGV platform, which I was talking about. All right, so you've got this. It's the exact same thing as VAX. The difference here between that and VAX regular is if you've ever tried to use VAX just through the VAX landing page, you will find that it's not user-friendly, that you can lose parts of a page or lose half a page. What we've done with this site is now made it mobile-friendly, that you have the ability to use this wherever you've got cell service, or if you've got a tablet that has cell service, you can use it dropping off the kids after you drop them off, or waiting them in the parent line to pick them up after school. You have the full access of the VAX technology on a bigger platform. So this is now mobile friendly for you. Up in the corner, hopefully you're seeing the yellow highlighted support feature. That will get you to our click to contact. All good?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Not that we don't want you to call us, but we do find there can be a language barrier. You're waiting on hold, however number of persons in line. It's going to be more effective and better for the usage of your time to use the support form through algvacations.com. It's not on VAX simply because there are other entities that are in that VAX mall, like Universal and SeaWorld, Travel and Leisure Go, and potentially other future renters in the VAX mall per se. So we're keeping our stuff in-house. So that's why I'm encouraging you guys to go to algvacations.com, bookmark that, use that site to log in with your VAX credentials on that. You still access Apple Vacations or Travel Impressions or any of our brands from that point. But the cool thing about this is that you can click to chat with us, just like any other, airline or any other bank or whatever, entity that you're working with these days, that if you have questions about pre-travel or how do I do this or what do I do, you can ask us those questions. We encourage you not to ask about, well, what's the difference between this hotel and that hotel and a destination. That's not going to be able to answer the questions for you. It's more of just a direction of, here's how you do it type of thing. Or I've got an issue, clients need to cancel. What do I do? Something like that. The click to email is really the essential form. That's an online submission form. You put in your VAX ID, your username, the booking number, if it's an issue with a customer. So, for example, if you've got a customer in destination during travel and they've got an issue that they've reached out to you by phone or by email, you can certainly call us. Our during travel is a 24-hour, 7 days a week system. However, if it's late at night, there's nothing you can do for the customer at that particular time. You can go in and register the click to email to say, this is the issue. Can you guys, it's a during travel problem. Can you handle the issue? And we'll take care of it for you. We'll send you an email once we've cleared it up or whatever the outcome of it is. So my point being, we use this rather than getting frustrated with any technology, like I was a little bit trying to get this screen working for you. You can use our click to email to really even do a booking from the very beginning. So if you've ever got that situation where you've tried to do multi-destinations on the VAX booking platform, London, Rome, Paris, or through islands in Hawaii, sometimes VAX gets tired because you got to think about the number of variables it's going through. There are over 2,900 hotels in the city of Paris alone that if you're putting in a London, Paris, Rome request, the system's going to tire out. Okay. So what I usually suggest to people is that book your first city, London, let's say 2-3 nights, whatever they want. And then use the click to email. Say the customers, here's the flights that they want. Here's the times. Here's their full passport names. They want this hotel in Paris. They want that hotel in Rome. Submit it. Boom. We'll complete the itinerary for you. Send you an email to say, hey, Raquel, Tyra, we've completed the itinerary. It's now in your saved itineraries when you're logged into the VAX booking platform, either through VAX or ALG Vacations. It's just easier to see now in ALG Vacations. So that's there for you. So please use that as much as you possibly can rather than waiting on hold. We have a lot of other things to do with our life without waiting on hold. All right. One of the other new things I wanted to share with you is that we've updated the VAX technology. Again, we're the parent of VAX. We created it. And, we give them money to do things like any, parent. You all know you enable your children. And that as they get to teenage and a little bit older, they'll start asking, Mom, Dad, can I have a 20? Can I have a 50? Can I have 100? Eventually, we give them money, right, as parents. And we do the same thing with the VAX booking platform. And occasionally they do what we ask them to, right? So they came up, we said, look, we want a better way for showing our advisors that are selling the ALGV brands like Apple Vacations and Travel Impressions, how to find or how to sell pre and post travel arrangements if you're selling a customer on a cruise. Now, I'm sure you all sell cruises, right? What happens? Particularly the cruise reaches back out to you, or God forbid, the customers and says, hey, think about your pre or post tour. You can book it with us, with ABC Cruise Line. And we also have airfare for you. Well, that's all fine and good, but cruise lines are in the business of selling cabins, not hotel rooms, not airfare. So while they may have a few suggested touring things to do while they're on the ground pre and post, whether it's domestically and outside of Miami, Florida, or Cape Canaveral, or Amsterdam, or Paris or Rome, wherever the case may be, that has a port, we want to be able to provide you guys with a lot more information about ports pre and post where you're going to find information and how to search it. So we've increased the filtering aspects of VAX to allow you to actually go down here. I don't know if you can see it on without all the slides on the side. There's a port of Miami in this particular case. So if the customer is going out of a certain destination or wherever, whether it's a land-only booking or air and land, you can do this the same thing if you're adding air to a destination. You can find the hotels, search the hotels based on how close are they to the port that they're going to be embarking or disembarking their cruise on. So this is how you get to choose a much wider variety of hotels for your customers. And you're going to get your higher commission booking it as Apple Vacations or TI than you will booking hotel with a cruise line. Makes sense, right? Same thing with the air. You're going to be able to find out a lot of different options for your guest rather than the one or two set old fares that are going to be non-commissionable to you. Whereas if you use the air system through the VAX booking platform and Apple Vacations and ALG Vacations, you're going to have the ability to be able to find fares or bulk air fares that will pay you 3 to 5 to even now. United Airlines told us just a couple of weeks ago that their NDC fares, new distribution channel, doesn't mean anything different to you. It's all still bookable through the portals here. You're going to earn up to 7% commission on NDC fares with United Airlines, booked through ALG Vacations. So that's a benefit to you. If you've got customers going to Europe, we've added all the European ports in there. So you can find that as well too. You can even just search by the country. You don't even have to know the specific port name, like Civitavecchia outside of Rome, which is about an hour or so outside of Rome, but that's the closest port, and that the port of Rome is an hour or so away from the city of Rome itself. We've created on the ALGV platform, back that slide I showed you with the parents running on the beach with the kids in the surf. Underneath the support, you'll see vacation packages. We list a lot of information there, so please be sure to check that out. All these different destinations, we explain that for you. We also have new enhancements. As I mentioned, you can just basically search by the country, not necessarily by the name of the city. Travelog as well too. This is our custom e-brochures. I had an agent reach out to me this morning that said, John, can you help me book clients from Denver to Costa Rica for 7 days? And I said, all right, well, here's where we're going to start. We're going to start at the Apple Vacation Central America Costa Rica brochure, where you can actually see both her and the customer. You can share the pages with them or share the entire brochure if you'd like. There's no prices, to show them the different resorts and the different areas, because Costa Rica, for example, has 2 different areas. It's got the coastline, both Pacific and Caribbean coast. So you've got 2 different coasts in Costa Rica, or you've got the mountainous area, Arenal. If they want to go to see the volcano, they can do that as well too. So that's a lot of information there for you. We've got a lot of digital catalogs there now. In fact, this slide, we need to update this because we've already launched our Germany, Portugal, and Switzerland catalog. So if you've got customers looking for those destinations, we've created this portal, the ALG Vacations portal, to give you a lot more information that you would never be able to find on the VAX original landing page. So that's what we've done here. We've gotten a lot of different things with policies, groups, promotions, things of that nature. You'll go find more information about our curated itineraries. So we've even created some of these cataloged with, if you're going to go to Spain for 7 days, this is what's the recommended, or the aggregate itinerary that customers want to consider. So you can do your homework yourself right on the ALG Vacations site to basically determine what you want to offer your customer. With that in mind too, we've actually got a lot of different partnerships with people around the world, and especially if we're talking for Europe, the one that may jump out to you is Viator. We have a marketing agreement with Viator. So everything that Viator offers in over 50 destinations in Europe and beyond appears automatically as a feature now on the VAX booking platform, ALG Vacation. So ALG is the same as VAX. Think of it as just 2 different words. It's kind of burgundy versus red, 2 different ways to call the same type of color, right? So that's what I've done here with this. So we work with Viator. It's the same commission that you'd work with Viator individually, but the idea here is that we want to make ALG Vacations that one-stop shop from you. Yes, we're never going to have cruises, so you'll still have to do your cruises, but you can do the pre and post, hotel, air, pre and post of a cruise with us. And if they want to do some sightseeing while they're in Amsterdam or Rome or London, we've got that there for them as well. We also work with different transfer services through a lot of different destination management partners in Europe. Travel Curious is a small group tour company that we use in London, Amsterdam, and Rome. So if people want to go on a small group tour to the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam, or on a pub crawl to Dublin, they can do that as well too. If you've gotten into Bridgerton or Queen Charlotte, they actually have customized small group tours, 4, 6, 10 people at the very maximum, that will take you to all the Bridgerton, Queen Charlotte locations. So it's got that sort of in-depth sort of features now focused in on that. But you'll just see that always under the features. So you've got your air, you've got your hotel, your air, transfers, and then transfers are under features as well too, just like car rentals. Car rentals come up under features as well too, so you have that ability in the whole booking process to choose a car for your customer. Travel blog, for those of you into social media, this is where you're going to find all of our curated editorial content. You want to learn more about Costa Rica, or what are the top new 7 restaurants in Puerto Vallarta, something just travel-ish to share weekly, or if you're doing daily or weekly, social media blast on Meta or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. There's all this information here, all these pictures on this site, and Travel Blog by ALG Vacations, ALGV Travel Blog with a B in between the 2 L's.com, is going to give you copyrighted pictures that you can simply cut and paste into your social media platforms. You don't have to worry about somebody chasing you down because you pulled a picture off of Google and didn't realize, oops, it's copyrighted. I shouldn't have used that, because somebody's going to come after you and send you an invoice. Even if you delete a post, remember, nothing ever truly gets deleted. So people can find where you've erroneously listed something, or quote unquote deleted a text or a chat or a social media post. So just keep that in mind as well too. More importantly, our ALG Vacations, our ALGV 360. This is where you can actually go find customized e-flyers. If you want to share specials and promotions, you can actually put up Mommy and We logo onto that, and your own individual advisor contact details and name. It doesn't always have to be Tyra's name on it. It can be certainly Mommy and We. We'd encourage that for sure. And then your own individual advisor information on there as well too. Okay. Don't forget our Travel Protection Plus, travel insurance. Reason you sell travel insurance, actually, it's to protect your customer's investment and to protect your time, because in both cases, we do offer a commission protection that if a customer has to cancel after final payment, you're going to make some money. You're not going to lose out completely because somebody canceled. Even for our full cashback program here, it's a higher premium, but it means that other than the premium that they've spent to buy the policy, they're going to get all the money back onto their credit card. Even if we've already purchased the ticket on their behalf, you're going to get a commission protection for $100 on that. More importantly, about 96% of the passengers that are booked with us, our advisors are selling the Travel Protection Plus full travel credit. Starts out at only $80, so it's a lesser expense. But the cool thing about this is that your customers, if they have to cancel after they've made final payment, you're going to get a commission protection of $200. And they have the ability, minus their premium here, to all that money that they prepaid, they can place that against a new reservation. They have up until 13 months to reutilize that money paid for a new trip. So whether it's a family issue or an illness, or they heard some negative things about one destination over another, you have the ability, or they have the ability, to rebook without a loss. You as well gets a double dip, because you get your full commission on their next trip they come back and book with you. Plus, you've already gotten the 200 from the work that you've done initially when they didn't even travel. Okay. To that same end, a little bit more about this. It is a pre-departure penalty waiver. As I said, there's a commission protection, hurricane travel credit, which this time of year, certainly if anyone's going even out on a cruise out of Florida or the Carolinas or Houston, for example, customers really need to make sure that you're getting protected, or you're protecting your customers. It's a cancel for any reason, as long as we have a 24-hour notice. They can't tell the airline, they have to tell us, or tell you to tell us. And there's a number on all of their documentations if they need to cancel. They have that ability, so they're protected. And the cool thing about the whole thing is that they actually get one free change. So let's say they decided, or we saw this earlier in the year, there was some negative commentary about Jamaica and political unrest, things of that nature. So people who decided, no, I'm paid in full Jamaica, I don't want to go to Jamaica now. We'll save that for later. How about we go to Aruba? Yes, you can. You can completely rebook and not lose, as long as you book within 7 days, the cost of your premium. So there's a free change for within 7 days, as well as the fact that the only difference would be if there's a pricing difference up or down as far as the accommodations that you're choosing from one destination to the other. Okay. Just to remind you about setting your own commission, you have the ability in VAX, on the VAX booking platform, and ALG Vacations. Again, not to confuse the issue. It's all the same entity. It's just the different way that you're going to enter the portal. And the ALG Vacations portal is much more user-friendly. And as I said, has all of this information about how to set your own commission. And I'll talk about waves in just a minute. And more importantly, you get paid to upgrade. If you look at this box over here and you've used the booking platform, you would recognize that, yes, you have the ability to see all of the different hotel categories that are currently available, and you see the pricing and this all these different little color boxes in the center. What are those? Those are our value agent IDs, which will tell you everything you need to know. If there's extra bonuses, spa credit here, things of that nature. Upgrade bonus. So when you see one of these red things, it tells you, ooh, I may want to look at that, because for only an additional $10 out of the consumer's pocket, you're going to earn an additional 2% bonus commission. At least I've seen some of these things up to, additional 10%, where people given your own mommy and we commission plus the 2% plus, or whatever the commission may be. It's a nice chunk of change for Mexico, Caribbean, and Hawaii. You have the ability now to build a sales email. And I'll show you or explain to you in a minute how you can actually find that. We have a self-help library on ALG Vacations that'll take you to at the end of my little presentation here, when we do questions and answers, where you can learn how to build a sales email, where you can actually show a customer not just 2 hotels, but you can put up 3, 4, up to 5 different hotels, features 6 different hotels on one sales email. Send the email to yourself and resend it to the customer. Just simply, you don't want the customers responding to us, because it will be an ALG Vacations email address that it comes from when it creates this. But it's going to give you the ability to kind of let the customer make their own choice. You can show it with pricing or without. A lot of our implementation training team says, shh, don't show the pricing, because let the product sell themselves, rather than having somebody figure, oh no, I'm only going to buy something on price. I just want the cheapest thing. Yeah, maybe you do now, but when you get there, maybe not so much. So you want to make sure your customers are focusing on the appropriate things. You're also going to find our promos page on algvacations.com, which were always a little bit difficult to find just in the main VAX program, because every month there's always something, whether it was Aruba was last month. This month it's Ryu, and our inclusive collection properties, things like that, where the customers are going to get more perks by focusing on one product line or type of hotel or resort brand, and you're going to earn more commission for yourselves and more waves points. I do want to introduce you, this is brand new in the last couple of months, is that if you've got those sort of clients that are really luxury clients, no bones about it, never going to ask you about pricing or anything like that, we've created a new, not division, but a new type of travel. Lux by ALG Vacations. This is a curated collection of over 450 hotels around the world, both domestically and internationally. They have to be either 5 diamond or 4 diamond, AAA. Now that's not just the agency itself. AAA diamond. If you've seen that on restaurants or hotels that when you go to check in, you're wondering, oh, what's this? It's a AAA 4 diamond hotel. That's a certain category. It's like a Michelin starred restaurant. Same type of thing. It's not related to the travel agency itself. It's just AAA, the entity itself, and rating hotels. And they must be on the ability to work with our team and the VAX booking platform on what's known as an API, computers talking to computers. So we have the full inventory up to date immediately online through the portal. So you know that room where it says it's available and you go to book it, it's booked. Okay. But the cool thing about this is that we've created this that is a concierge service that you can contact us prior to booking, because you usually know that you call us up to make a booking, where when you call our 866 number, it's mostly order takers. We're not there to be your consultants. This is now something completely new for ALG Vacations with this Lux branding, in the fact that we will be your consultants. We've taken our top 15 to 20 res agents that have been with us for years, either with one brand or another. They've handled all these exotic luxury brand and destinations around the world, and they will consult with you. So if you've got a customer that comes to you and says, look, Raquel, what's the difference between the St. Regis and the Four Seasons in Paris? And you go, I don't know. Well, before you say, I don't know, schedule an appointment with us. We'll give you that particular details. We'll explain it all to you. And it becomes a true concierge service. Because typically what happens if you book a luxury hotel for your customer, then you have to end up calling the hotel for this, that, and the other thing. Oh, the guest would like a certain champagne in their room. Or can you secure them reservations at this Michelin star restaurant down the street from the hotel? You don't have to do that. This is where we'll do that for you. But you must be choosing one of the luxe hotels. It can be multiple hotels and a booking, London, Rome, Paris, or domestically in Arizona or California, what have you. Well, as long as it's branded as a luxe hotel, this team will help you with it. So if it's just average hotels, if you're booking, non-luxury properties, then that's not the team you want to focus on. Where you'll see that is right here. Typically, when you're searching in VAX, you'll see all this little Lux and gold branding across from the hotel. Impression Mokshe by Secrets, or the Hotel Eshkaret is one of them. So it's just not HIC product. It is all product that we've either vetted ourselves or, as I said, follow along the guidelines of the higher quality hotels like the Grand Vilas here. Okay. So what's in it for you in addition to additional commissions and getting more perks for your customers and booking with Apple Vacations and Travel Impressions, or mostly Apple Vacations, focus on that, is that you're going to earn Waves Advisory Rewards points. You should have, hopefully, if you've booked anything with us, make sure you've claimed your Waves dashboard. Okay. It's just like having Starbucks points or shopping points. If you're at a mall, Simon Mall or Westgate Mall, a lot of or Macy's, if you've got, your Macy's rewards or coupons or things like that, same idea here is that we are counting up those reservations for you, that every 5 points, you get 5 points for every $40 that you've sold, gross sales. Okay. So, I won't do the math, but if you've, sold something for $10,000, well, that's going to be 40,000 points for you, in your Waves dashboard. But you have to go online and claim it. If you haven't claimed it already, I'll show you in just a minute how we get there. And you can use those points a couple of different ways. You can share them. You can keep them for yourselves to basically utilize for free hotel nights, free transfers. The more you save up, the more you're going to be able to redeem, like getting, your big, 200 points for a latte, for a grande or venti latte at Starbucks. I'm making myself thirsty now for my coffee. Or you can convert it directly to cash onto a virtual Visa card, Google Pay, Apple Pay, or Samsung Pay. So that's the cool thing about this particular program. Remind you, we have two types of groups. We have a flexible speculative group where you're not holding inventory, you're not putting down a deposit. That's our promo code. You can request that promo code, which gets not only you rewards, but gets the customers a discount up front. Can be anywhere from $13 to $25 per room when you book as a discount up front. Plus there's a rebate that comes back after they've traveled. And you can decide whether you're going to share that with the customers, as maybe there was a Pied Piper or somebody that kind of brought a bunch of bookings into you, some friends of theirs, and you want to reward those people. You have the ability financially that it's coming out of our pocket through a rebate, not through yours. And you can request the quotes online for either a groupies, a flexible group, or a contracted group. So if you're doing a destination wedding, you'll have the ability to actually, get inventory, put down a deposit, manage that booking for 20 rooms, 50 rooms, whatever the case may be. One of the newest things since we did our training all together as Mommy and We and Apple Vacations was we've launched our new custom event pages. This is really cool. I don't know if any of you have used this. We've only originally had this for our group, our flexible or groupies, where you weren't holding inventory, where it was just once the inventory and the room categories were gone, that was it. We've bumped that up to include now our contracted groups, which are much more specific. Contract is that there's a DocuSign, you're putting down a deposit. There is a physical e-contract that you're, e-signing on behalf of yourself, the agency, and the hotel, and with ALG Vacations and Apple and Travel Impressions, is the ability to give your customers, let's say This particular one is Bradley and Ariana's wedding, their destination wedding. So they want to share information with their guests, right? About where they're staying, how to make a booking. And typically what has happened in the past is that a contracted group, you'd get, 20, 50, 25, 30 calls from the various different guests, which is great. But then all of a sudden you're kind of left scrambling of how to book all of this all together. We've taken that workload off of you. Your guests have the ability through this unique link that will state as Mommy and We Travels, courtesy of Apple Vacations. For the specific hotels, this one on your screen is the Secrets Playa Blanca, one of the newer properties, all inclusive. And it also tells some information about the events, dress code, whatever. Maybe there's a beach volleyball game the day before the wedding, whatever information the guests wish to share, pictures of themselves, and most importantly, meet your travel advisor. This becomes a marketing piece for you yourself, as well as Mommy and We Travels. That when those guests come back from the trip and they say, we had a great time. Who was that Bradley and Ariana used for the wedding? I think I want to ask them about our next vacation. Boom, boom, boom. It's right here. They'll have the link to come back to you with your phone number and your details and your little bio here. We are still working. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have the ability for you to upload your own photo into that so they can actually see you as well. Well, what does it look like? That's why we've used ALG Vacations to be mobile friendly. So we can share this information. You can share the information with your guests that they can look on it on their cell phone. It's exactly how it's going to look. Come and join the wedding party for Bradley and Ariana, all the blurb about them. And then you can click on how to make the booking. There'll be a booking link in there for that particular hotel that the destination and wedding will be held at and the particular dates. Okay. So you have the ability that the guests make the booking themselves, either land only or with air, however you've chosen to set it up. And then you just simply manage the business as it comes in. The system sends you an email and says, hey, Tyra, you've got a new booking on Bradley and Ariana's wedding. Check it out. You want to make sure that they're in the right room category and that you're moving the group deposit. You break off, let's say somebody puts down $500 or $10,000, usually the bride and groom or mom and dad or parents of the groom, whatever the case may be. And then you move $50 at a time into each individual room booking. And the guests themselves have the pay option that they can choose to pay $50 for their own deposit. So they've done that work for you, or they can pay it in full and save you having to chase them later on for the full payment. There is also a link. I don't have it pictured here, but we do work with a third party called Uplift, which is a loan. It's a travel loan company where if customers, would typically ask you for a payment plan. No, we don't do a payment plan, but we work with Uplift and takes the load off of you as well too, where once they sign up with this, it's almost instantaneous, as if you've ever gotten like one of those, credit card links, sign up now type of thing. They already know what your kind of credit is before you even kind of go and apply for it. And the customer deals with their payment plan through Uplift, sorry. And then that information, Uplift pays us directly. You're all set. So that works for the groups as well as individuals. Our ALGV Pro certificate program, I highly encourage all of you to do this. It's a good refresher, kind of like what I'm doing here for you now, but it does have questions and answers. But I highly encourage you to do that because anytime we do a familiarization or a fam trip anywhere, you must be certified before we can send out the invitation on that. So keep that in mind. We do a lot of webinars. You can go online, again, on the ALGV site. This is things that you could not find just going on to the VAX landing page for Apple or any of our brands. Very difficult to find. And then again, that's it. So Apple Vacations or algvacations.com. Now let me try to stop sharing this and I want to kind of see if I can go into live for you. Are there any questions while you guys still there? Oh, you want to unmute?
We're here.
Good. I hope I wasn't talking to myself for the last 40 minutes. So
no, we're here. 80s,
I do have some questions.
Yes, please.
So of lately, I've been doing a lot of Europe trip, not Europe, but Europe too, but I really Africa trip planning. But I noticed that there are certain airlines that do not offer in your portal any payment plans like Qatar, Emirates, Turkish Airways, Emirates. Is that because you guys don't have any contracts with them and you're just pulling full fare? What is the deal on that? Because I know like for American Airline, like you said, there are deposits, but for those airlines specifically, when you pull them, there is absolutely no deposits.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for the international airlines, and no, we're pulling directly from the GDSs. So we do sell, Qatar or Emirates, whatever Emirates and Qatar are putting in Sabre or Amadeus is what you're seeing in VAX. So that's all they're putting in on that. So they obviously they don't have, I don't think they have NDC fares yet, or bulk fares, which are the commissionable ones. So what you see in VAX is exactly what the GDS is and the airline is reporting through the GDS system. Now, there is going to be a push that we're going to be promoting a little bit more. The one thing that you may not see arbitrarily in the portal is the premium economy or business class or even first class on certain airlines and things like the lay flat beds and things like that. That's something that we're adding into the technology. So you're just seeing from our end of it, you're seeing just the basic air flights. Are you packaging this with a hotel stay?
Yes, a whole
Okay.
package, but of course it asks for ever so often tap is the only one that I see that offers like that low deposit $300 per person,
Yeah.
but Turkish Air, Qatar, Emirates, none of those
Right,
offer
right,
that.
and that's the airline's decision itself. So again, what you're seeing in the Apple Vacations ALGV platform, VAX platform portal is what the airlines promoting. If you were to go into an actual live GDS system, a Sabre or Amadeus, it's exactly what you'd see the same thing. The only thing that we don't have in there is the upper class of services for those airlines, but that's what it is. Yeah, so it's a little bit. They're a little bit like Southwest, where they want the airline the cost paid in full, and you're just putting down a deposit on the hotel portion of it. But the reason I ask is that sometimes some of the airlines have a different agreement with us if we're on a contract for packaging it as opposed to just the flights only, because you can book flights only and activities only on their portal. So sometimes that will free up a little bit more. So maybe TAP is on a case with us with that they've just decided, yeah, they want to allow us to have that opportunity, but that's an airline decision. Having said that as well too, we are increasing. You'll start seeing some more features of touring in Dubai, South Africa, Johannesburg, and outside of that as you move along. Same way with Asia. So we've actually will find Agadir, Morocco, Marrakesh, and things like that. So we are working with we're every month adding in new DMCs and new features that will be appraised in VAX. So that's again what we're trying to get here is that have to have VAX as um, the one-stop shop per se.
Yeah, because now a lot of, of course, with social media and stuff, people see more different places that they want to travel more. And Africa is a big travel destination now.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
absolutely. And
not being
that's
able to offer like a low payment plan and stuff, then they're going elsewhere too, you know?
Yeah, well, again, that's where we have the uplift as well too. It gives your customers that sort of opportunity as well too, so they don't have to deal with the airline individual, and you're not having to deal with, three, four, five different suppliers for the same customers. The idea here is that we're trying to get as much into the booking platform that's going to save you from opening another tab on a different URL and where did I put that login? I can't remember. It's different than the one I use for VAX, obviously. So we're trying to put as much into make it a one-stop shopping into it. Hopefully you're seeing on the screen now, this is the live ALG Vacations platform. Are you seeing the family running on the surf, in the surf?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, let's see how this goes. Probably better than PowerPoint. All right. So again here, this is the exact same VAX booking platform. Again, we just told VAX we want to have it look different for us because we've got a lot of different things like our vacation packages, like the exclusive nonstop vacation flights, which aren't available, for any other renters in the VAX mall, or formal information about the Travel Protection Plus, or most importantly, the Lux by ALG Vacations, which I mentioned. So there's a whole list of hotels that you can find here that if you want to find specifics of what hotels, how it all works together, Lux amenities. We've got the entire portfolio here that you can find by continent, by destination, Africa and Asia. So this will give you just sort of a running view of some of that. And then all the way, there's another page here for the amenities that's going to show you specific different amenities that we've contracted with these Lux hotels around the world. And you can kind of jog back and forth between the different tabs. All of our policies are here. So if you ever wanted, what are those terms and conditions with Apple Vacations or Travel Impressions, it's all here. It's all highlighted here. More information about the low deposits, obviously outside of some of those airlines. The price match information, how you actually go about doing that, is here as well too. So if you need that information, it's there for you. So that's really, we've really kind of, focusing all of our training now. And again, there's your typical VAX looking page, but it's now mobile and user friendly, where it wasn't under just if you go in, sign in as just the VAX Apple Vacations from the VAX landing page per se. So I just use the back button to get back to ALG Vacations. And what I really wanted to show you here is the waves. Okay, so here's the pay to get upgrade I mentioned. You can find out all about our rewards programs and this one sort of overall. Each area here above has a sort of a general rewards, about us, and different things like that. Here you can go find your saved itineraries, start a new reservation depending on regardless of what brand, or just go into the brand pages themselves. But rewards, get paid to upgrade, set your own commission, and the waves program. Okay, so you do have to claim your dashboard. Okay, waves point do not expire unless you don't book us once at least in every 12 months, and you have to have claimed the dashboard. So once you make a booking with us, you may not have seen it because sometimes it ends up in your spam folder. It comes from a third party. It won't say John. It won't say ALG Vacations. It won't say Apple Vacations. It'll probably say Wave something. And if you didn't know what it was, or maybe you thought it was something from a cruise line, maybe it went into your spam folder. So you need to make sure. What you can do is you can actually click on that. It will take you to the third party entity that works this for us. So back in the day, 4 years ago, you'd have to record all of your bookings to earn advisor rewards through any of our brands. Not so much anymore. We take care of that for you. So anything you book, we know what you've booked. But if you want to get credit for it and then start earning points or move those points over to cash on a virtual or your Apple Pay, whatever. And if you don't remember it, just click forgot username or reset password. The system will send you, again, we've got your, from filling in this information, it will send you an email individually. You click on that email and it'll open up the dashboard for you. You just claim that dashboard, create your Waves passport if you haven't always done that. We do often suggest you may want to use that as the same password as your login for VAX. So you've got that same sort of continuity for that. And then just watch your points grow as the bookings that you make. Points are assigned after the customer returns, much like our commissions are sent out to Mommy and We Travel. Hopefully, Tyra on the ACH on the direct deposit. After about 7 to 8 days after the client's return. And same way with the Waves points are automatically assigned at that point. But I think you can see them as tentative, that it mirrors, it'll show you, okay, we've got these Wave points from the Smith family that are going wherever. And then once they actually complete their travel, boom, it'll appear as live points that you can do something with, that you can either just save, or as I said, every $40 equates to 5 points, things of that nature, to put that cash right onto a virtual Visa card. And you can just manage, different things like that. There's different ways to earn, special offers from different hotel partners throughout. So you do want to kind of manage this. And again, the whole reason for this is that we couldn't put this all information on the old sort of stodgy VAX landing page because we had other renters in that mall. It wasn't fair to the other mall renters. They wanted the same sort of, ability for their product to be sold as opposed to just our brands. Promotions, all the promotions here are as well too. These are all the same for every brand. It's just a different brand page. It's going to take you to the specifics of what's on offer this particular month. Hawaii, Ryu Hotels, or Sunshine Spotlight. Weekly pricing for the ENVFs. This is pretty cool now. This is something that was just launched. $100 air credit on the premium cabin. As I said, I'll be sending an email this week on the 20th of this month. We will be doing a special webinar on announcing what I was saying about sort of the premium class features now being added into the booking portal, that if you want to sell premium economy, you're going to be able to make not only more commission on it, but the customers will have a better, chance and time at booking it right then and there on the portal site, our site, as opposed to going to Emirates or Qatar's or something like that directly. And you're going to earn an additional air credit in wave points for yourself when booking the additional. So all that sort of information's here, steal the deals. And then if you want to look at the different promotions by brand or even the current promotions, you can just kind of scroll down and find all the different promotions. So if you've got a customer saying, all right, what do we have for Hawaii? Or they need to travel by booking date, by travel date, things of that nature. So we've kind of put this all in one place. And probably the most important thing I'll leave you with right here is our self-help library. You do have your Find Your BDM. So if you lose my number, you need to reach out to me, just click on that. We're all listed there. And again, you're all under Mommy and Mommy and We is my account. So I am your BDM. Self-help library. If you walk into a physical library these days, you will normally have to go to a computer or ask somebody to pull it up in their computer to find an author or a certain book, right? We've done the same thing here. It's a card catalog. When I was growing up as a kid, we actually had the little index cards and a big wooden, um, you know, drawer system on a wall somewhere when you walked into a library, and you had to go through the little index cards to find out, the author, the name of the book, things of that nature. Here, it's all under the self-help library. We've listed here all these different tabs, topics, making a booking. So if you've not made a booking or you need some refresher course, you can go download for yourself a PDF on how to build a basic itinerary. Or more importantly, I love this, is that basically you can actually go watch a video on how to do it. So if you've got multiple screens like I do, and you're working live in VAX on your laptop, let's say, and have an extended screen that you can watch the video on how to make a booking, we'll basically walk you through it step by step. So we've really kind of put it all together here for you from this one individual site, how to book activities only, multiple hotels in the same destination. All right, so let's somebody's going in and out of Miami on a cruise to the Caribbean, right? Maybe they're doing Carnival or whatever, Holland America or something like that. But they want two different hotels in the same pre and post. That would show you how to do it. Okay. We also have, you can always go back to top here. As you scroll through that, I'll take you back to the top. All the different tutorials here. Engagement, how to build a sales email. I was telling you about the 4, 5, 6 different hotel choices to send it to the customer. So they're not coming back to you. What about this hotel? What about that hotel? What's that price? What about this price? So what we've tried to do again with this whole site is not only make it a one-stop shop, but value your time. I mean, what's your time worth? That you can just go here to algvacations.com, and whether you're selling Apple Vacations or Travel Impressions or any of our brands, you have the ability, it's the same technology that's behind it, right? So you can learn how to do things. So really, this is sort of your really self-help library is another site that I would basically bookmark. That little blue box up here in your URL, you can kind of bookmark it there. And anytime you need to go in and find that, just put it out, self-help library. It should come up, automatically populate into your, URL search button. So that's it from me. Any other questions?
Agents, do you have any questions? You can take yourself off mute. If not, no?
Great.
Well,
I
I
know
guess
it's a
you
lot
have
of
to drop.
information. Thank you very much. We do really appreciate all your support. Do try to focus on Apple Vacations, because that's where you're getting your highest commission as Mommy and We travels. Okay. And again, there's no difference in the product between Southwest and United or Travel Impressions. Travel Impressions for you, basically, uh, it could be more expensive for the customer. That's the nature of it. Travel Impressions is a B2B only company. Always started out as an agent only brand, whereas Apple Vacations and FunJet and certainly our two airline brands are also interfacing with consumers. Not that we do hardly any consumer business. About 97.5% of our business is always through travel partners like yourself. So that's why we spent the money to develop our ALGV vacations portal. So you've got the, the easier finding all the information for you, and you're not spending time Googling this or Googling that.
Right. I think one thing I would say, John, is that for the travel log or even the ALGV 360, those images, is it possible to have them without, like, say, the Apple Vacations logo?
No.
Because since they have consumer facing as well, it kind of seems as if, if they don't get back to us, then they'll get to Apple Vacations.
No, because you're going to have different perks. We don't offer those perks that I was outlining to you to consumers directly. Consumer business directly to Apple Vacations is no different than going to a consumer going to an airline directly. You're just buying this, or to a hotel. Yeah, you could get go book something directly at a hotel yourself, but you're not getting the perks. You're not getting the champagne breakfast. You're not getting all that. So it's really the difference. It's also, I think, a business thing on your end on that. I mean, you can decide moving forward, Tyra, if you want to focus on travel impressions. That's certainly up to you. But no, it's a corporate requirement. You will not be able to, because it's going to say Apple Vacations link in the URL. So somebody's going to find it one way or the other. So, whether we actually have the logo there or not, but it's going to be, your mommy and we, it's going to have your contact details, or whoever, is putting that group together
Hmm.
for the groupies or the contractor group. It's going to be, Raquel or Anita or whomever, and their own individual phone numbers. So I guess it comes down to the fact, what type of clients do you want? Do you want clients that are going to basically nitpick you, to get, I have to have the best price, or what am I using you for? Well, they're using you for the same way that, are you going to, diagnose yourself by going to your doctor or going to WebMD online? So realize that there is a value to your service, and that's why we've given you all the ability to add $25 or $1 or percentage markup, onto any quote that you send out, before you send it out, of course, through that set your own commission. So you want to be able to kind of set yourself apart. There's a reason a customer comes to you. All right. We can go buy anything, we want just about anywhere online. Right. But the problem comes is that if there is an issue, somebody's bought it directly with the hotel, or they bought it off of some website on Google. Well, good luck talking to Google about that. In our case, they've got you, and you've got us to kind of help the client through it. So it becomes a team behind them. Again, it's their investment they're put in for their travel, whether it's land only or air and land together. So it's a protection for their investment. So that's really the best way I would answer that for you. But bluntly, no, we will not can't take the logos off those the custom event pages, simply because that's, we can't. It's going to show up in the URL anyway as Apple
Okay.
Vacations, or even travel impressions for that matter.
All right, thanks, John.
Okay,
None of the agents that's online have any other questions. So I just want to say thanks for presenting. This is good information, and definitely can't wait to hear more great things on ALG.
great. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate you listening. Talk to you. Have a great day.